What's up, world? It's T Davis. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button below so you don't miss a single episode of On the Top Coat. That button right there. Come for the nails while we talk a little bit.
The rhetoric of niggas ain't shit. Bitches ain't shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Always those people who's in particular.
Mm-hmm. You're right.
You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
Yeah. It's funny though, right?
You're
Not
right.
like, oh.
They have the most to say.
They have
That
the
is
most to
a
say.
fact. Yes. You know what I'm saying?
So there's another thing when people say, why don't we see more married, successful couples online? Because these people are not online.
Literally.
They have too much going on. Like, I gotta take these kids to soccer practice. This one's learning violin and he sucks. But I still support him because that's my son.
Not he sucks. Not he sucks.
No, it's. I see that there are different. We all live in the same world, but there's different circles.
Mm-hmm.
And what's normal in one circle is bizarre in another circle, right?
It's a fact.
So it seems as if you married your kids, you got friends who's married with kids, right?
You have to.
So it makes sense. But then you got people who single and they don't have any. They're not surrounded around any successful relationships.
Correct.
So as far as they're concerned,
No one is in a good relationship.
yes.
Yeah.
And then you have some people and they have 4 or 5 kids, and you know other people with 4 or 5 kids. So they're like, okay,
Yeah, he
get
really
the
know how to
kids
do
dressed
that.
in the morning. It's right. It's easy. And then you have some people who have 1 or 2 kids, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, being a single mom is the craziest thing in the world."
Craziest thing in the world.
Not knowing that there's somebody with 6 kids who just flying through this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's different circles and there's different thoughts, which is the problem with the algorithm.
Yeah.
And the algorithm is
It shows you what you want to see, right? What you that's the funny thing about the algorithm, right? So if you want to see niggas ain't shit videos, that's exactly what it will show you. Then people go and say, I don't get influenced by social media. It's like, really? Really? Wow, you just that good, huh? You don't get influenced. For you page, it's just
that is a very
niggas ain't
interesting
shit.
thing you
Just
brought
ain't
up.
shit. It's like, what? It's like, because the computer is not biased. Computer don't give a shit about you.
People are biased.
You know what I'm saying?
What do you believe is the biggest contributor in terms of like what's like would you say is the biggest thing that's influencing everybody now?
Social media.
What part of social media? That's vague. You knew that was coming, but it's vague. Know what I'm saying? What aspect of social media?
Every part of social media is meant to influence us. That's the music. That's the movies. That's Instagram. That's Facebook. Trending topics. Everything is meant to influence you. That's what it was built for.
To control what we think or to sell us things.
Both. If you can control what a person thinks, then you can control what they're gonna purchase, indulge in. So it's a system.
So what's the difference between, because it's funny that you watched the movie oh my goodness, Boys in the Hood. And Lawrence Fishburne gave this whole speech about liquor stores on every block and how they bring guns into the community and how it's all propaganda and they're controlling us. And that was pre-internet. So what's the difference between then and now?
There's no difference. Social media is just like a super tool to mass produce it. So it's kind of like fast food,
Fast food. That is true. Okay, so, right? I have little ones. I have nephews, right? And once upon a time, it was like I'm not giving my 5-year-old a phone because that's crazy. But now it's the norm.
Yeah, in our era, that wasn't even a thing.
How do you feel about that? Because once upon a time, I was on one side and I definitely shifted to the other side. I definitely had a change of heart on that.
Do you believe 5-year-olds should have phones?
I don't believe 5-year-olds should have phones.